Hi guys, it's Nicole. So today I'm going to be redoing my main room of my house. I decided to redo it because I just recently took down my Christmas themed room, so I decided it was time for a redo. It kind of took me a while to decide what I wanted to do for this room because I didn't really have any ideas beforehand, no theme ideas or anything. So I started by going through my wallpapers and my floors just to kind of get an idea. As I started, I decided that I really liked like a pink and blue color scheme. I ended up thinking I was going to go with this prom wall first, and I started to play around with furniture to kind of match it. The one piece that I knew that I really wanted to use in this room from the get-go was this patchwork chair here. It was super cute. I actually just customized it because I got it in like a green and blue, so I made it this blue, red, and pink, and I knew I really liked that, but I wasn't really like thinking it meshed well with the wall, and I kind of wanted to have more of like a cozy living room theme. So I ended up changing to this red heart wall and this floor. I forget what it's called, like painted wood floor or something. I don't know. And then I also saw this, I think it's called, I wrote it down, let's see. Elegant blue rug. Yeah. I saw that in my inventory when I was looking through, and I thought it ended up matching perfectly with the chair and the wall and floor combination, so I knew that I needed to use that. So when I started making this little like seating area, I did start it in the center of my room, but I didn't really like how everything was fitting, so I kind of moved it over to the corner. And one of the first things that I decided to do instead was hang up a TV, which you're going to see in a second, just because I have that window on the back wall there, and there's this big, nice open space for the TV over there. I thought that would work better, and then I decided to kind of center my living room, not my living room, but my seating area around that. I had this TV tray that I customized with one of the patterns that comes from Sable. It's like purple and blue flowers. And I had this cute lamp that was blue and it matched it perfectly. So I put those together. I thought that tied in nicely. And I just threw the lamp right next to the chair there. And I also had that plant there, and I knew I wanted to use it somewhere in this area, but I wasn't really sure, so I just kind of threw it to the side for now. And then the next thing, I found this little footrest. I don't have a lot of new items, but I tried to use the ones that I do have. And I made that pink, so it kind of pulled in with the couch. I thought it was cute. It looks like it goes with the chair. The next thing I wanted to do was kind of find some kind of little like snack to put on the TV tray, so it's like you're eating while you're watching TV. I started with the tea tray, but it kind of covered up the whole tray, and I didn't love that, so I went with this little yellow coffee cup instead. And then I decided to put a little table underneath my TV, and I put the Animal Crossing Switch on there and a box of tissues, because that's like real life. I always need a box of tissues. And then I ended up pulling that plant back over just to finish everything off, and that was it for my seating area. So next, I decided to move on to this little play area. First thing I started with was that big pink panda teddy, and I thought at first I wanted to make like a teddy bear area, but then as I looked through my stuff, I didn't really have any, because I do have a teddy bear area already, so I didn't have any left that I thought looked nice there, so I decided to make it more of like just a general toy area. I started with the pile of presents because I had that left over from my Christmas build, but I didn't really love that, and I decided to just start throwing out a bunch of toys that I had that were already pink, or I could bring to Cyrus and make pink. But I decided to just stick with the ones I already had because I was way too lazy to go in the middle of a build and customize them with Cyrus. So I started playing around with those and trying to fit them nicely. Oh, and I also put down that Bunny Day rug. I thought that was really cute. I don't know why. I just love all the Bunny Day stuff. People hate it. I like it. Here we are. So I put the puzzle on the floor, and I decided to go with the little mom's cushion. So it looks like you can sit down and like do the puzzle. And then I ended up getting rid of that pink plush dog, even though it was super cute. I just didn't think it looked good anywhere. And instead, I wanted to have some levels with that pink sewing kit that I had, and I found a blue stool, so I thought that was nice. Just give it more levels since the puzzle was already on the floor. The next thing I wanted to do was make like a little game area, or like some kind of activity with a table. So I went with this rattan table and stools. I know one of the stools doesn't match. I customized it after this because, like I said before, I didn't feel like running to Cyrus, so I just left it. And I looked through and I didn't really have any like board games because I think I had already used those. And instead I went with a little clay set, and that one was cute. So I wanted to put my DIY table right inside my house because I have to use that all the time when I'm in my house, and I always have to pull it out of my pockets and it's annoying. So I decided to just throw it right next to my door. Done. I included the welcome mat because I love that item. I don't know why. It's super cute. I decided that I didn't like the way that heart rug looked because it stuck out in front of the door. So I was like, I need something smaller. I was going to start with the playmat under the DIY table like I ultimately went with here, but I tried it under the table with the clay set. I didn't really like it, so I said nope. And I'm almost done here. I decided that I wanted to make like kind of like a little area for like when you walk right in the door, you can hang up your coat. So I went the clothes rack, and then I knew I had this little shoe box thing, so I took it out earlier and I thought it went really well. And in my last build, I had a pair of slippers like right by the door, and I really liked that idea. Just thought of like coming in, you take off your shoes and you put on your slippers. I don't know, I thought it looked cute. So I was going to put those on the box at first, but then I was like, no, I like them right next to the mat like I had them before. And instead I decided to go with just a little pair of like booties. So like, you know, if you have to run outside quick, you have your booties. I'm putting too much thought into this like it's a real house, but here we are. And then the last thing that I wanted to do just for furniture was I threw down that little cute tea table and then a music box because I always have to have music in my rooms. So next, I'm moving on to probably my favorite part of decorating any room, and that's doing the walls. I don't really have a method for doing my walls. I just kind of try to go with things that fit both the color scheme and kind of the theme of the room. So this blue floral, like, I don't know what that's called, like floral swag tie-up thing. I don't know. That one I really loved, so I put that right in the back of the room so you can see that right when you walk in. And then I just kind of started to play with like blue wall decorations, and I had some red stuff too that I threw in, but most of the stuff that I incorporated was like in the blue color scheme, as you can see. And I mean, I didn't really have like rhyme or reason for this, so I ended up moving a lot of stuff around that you'll see. I always like to put like the light switches, which was honestly the first thing I did. I feel like it just makes the room look a little more real. I started to play around with some artworks. I usually hang like a lot of art. I wasn't really feeling it for this room. I guess because it was more of like a kidcore theme, so it kind of didn't make sense. Oh, and that's another furniture item that I like to use to make it feel more realistic is those radiators. I have an addiction to those retro radiators. I don't know what it is, but I put them in like every build. It's insane. And then I was kind of looking through my posters. I have a shit ton of posters. It's ridiculous. And I have this little Keroppi. I think it's Keroppi and Cap'n. I can't really see it from here. But I was like, I need to have that one. And then I had to have my girl Cookie. She moved off my island a while ago, but I still love her. And I thought she matched well with this room. And that was when I started to kind of rotate everything. So I ended up moving that board you see there, the cork board over there. And I moved the map over my couch. So I actually started to like everything better after this point. So the last thing I did for the wall was I just hung up 2 gyroids, and I probably could have picked ones that went better with the room, but I just picked blue ones instead because I'm lazy. And the last thing that I wanted to do was set some music. I was like, ooh, I Love You would be a great song for this room. But then I was like, no, I want to go with a newer song. So I chose KK Lovers, and that song is honestly so good. So yeah, I went with that, and that was the last thing I did. So here's the final look of the room, and I'm honestly so in love with it. I don't know, it just looks so cozy. So again, we have my little seating area over here. We went with the macrame hanging, the map on the wall. We have flowers. I noticed when I was editing this video that I ended up choosing 2 clocks because I have the throwback clock over here, and then above this doorway, as you'll see, I have the Hello Kitty clock, but you know what, I don't really care. I think they look cute. And then, of course, we have the entrance just with the DIY table. And then behind me currently is like that little shoe and coat rack area which I like to just keep this area open anyways because I end up coming inside my house and dropping a bunch of stuff, so it's nice to just have that open to do that. Okay, if you guys enjoyed watching, please give me a like and feel free to subscribe. I have a lot more Animal Crossing content coming up in the future, so I hope to see you again. Bye!